Listen to me. I don't care how many times life has knocked you to your knees. I don't care how deep the hole is or how dark it feels. You are not done. You have no idea how much fight is still left in you. Because the truth is, strength doesn't show up when things are easy. Strength shows up when everything in you is screaming to quit, and you still take one more step forward. You don't get to give up. You don't get to surrender to your pain, because the moment you stop moving, the moment you say, "I can't anymore," you're already building your own cage. Life isn't supposed to hand you victory. You have to rip it out of the fire with your bare hands. You have to bleed for it, sweat for it, cry for it. And when you think you've got nothing left, you reach deeper, and you take one more swing. Every storm ends. Every night turns into morning. But you'll never see the sunrise if you decide to stay on the ground. I know it's hard. I know you're tired. But you have survived every worst day of your life so far. That's proof you can survive this one too. So get up, wipe your face, stand taller than before, and tell the world, tell yourself, I will not give up. Because the day you choose to keep going, no matter how heavy the weight, no matter how long the road, that's the day you win. Refuse to surrender, no matter how many times life knocks you down. Every time you fall, you have a choice. You can stay on the ground and let the world pass you by, or you can rise bruised and bleeding and face the fight again. The easy path is always to quit. The hard path is to keep going when you have every reason to stop. But it's on that hard path where you find out who you really are. Life will not stop testing you. It will throw storms in your way, break your plans, and challenge your will. It will make you doubt yourself, make you feel small, and push you to the edge. But that's exactly when you have to plant your feet and refuse to move. Every setback you've faced was not the end. It was preparation. It was building the resilience you need for the battles ahead. You may be tired. You may be in pain, but pain is temporary, surrender is forever. You don't lose when you fall. You lose when you refuse to stand again. Every great victory comes after countless defeats. Every strong person was once broken. They didn't get there by escaping the struggle. They got there by facing it again and again until they won. The world doesn't remember those who gave up halfway. It remembers those who refused to stop, even when the odds were impossible. So when life knocks you down for the 100th time, get up for the 101st. Look your challenges in the eye and tell them you're not done. Tell them they can push, they can hit, they can throw everything at you. But you will not quit. You will not surrender. Because the moment you choose to rise again, you take back control. You turn pain into power, and you prove to yourself and to the world that you cannot be defeated. Strength is born in hardship, not comfort. It is not forged in quiet rooms or soft places. It is created in the fire, in the moments when everything feels like it's falling apart. You do not grow strong by having everything handed to you. You grow strong by facing the moments you thought would break you. Every challenge is a hammer shaping you into something unshakable. Every setback is a weight building the muscles of your mind and spirit. Comfort can make you safe, but it will never make you powerful. The times when life is easy teach you little. It's the struggle that teaches you what you're truly made of. Hardship forces you to adapt. It pushes you to find strength you never knew existed. When you are tired, when you are hurting, when the road ahead looks endless, that's when strength is being built, not when you're winning easily, but when you're fighting for every inch. The pressure you feel now is shaping you. The pain you endure is sharpening you. The obstacles in your way are preparing you for bigger battles. You may wish for an easier path, but an easier path will never make you unbreakable. A storm can destroy, but it can also reveal the strongest roots. Hardship strips away what is weak, leaving only what can stand. And when you've walked through the fire and refused to burn, when you've faced the mountain and refused to turn back, you will carry a strength no one can take away. So do not fear the struggle, do not run from the pain, because every hard moment is a gift in disguise. It is the training ground for the life you're meant to live. One day, you will look back and realize the hardest seasons were the ones that built you, and you will stand unshaken because you know strength is born in hardship, not comfort. Taking one more step forward is the difference between quitting and conquering. It's not always about giant leaps. Sometimes it's about the smallest movement, the tiniest push, when you feel like you can't go any further. That extra step might feel impossible, but it's the one that changes everything. Because victory rarely comes in the moment of comfort. It comes when you decide to keep moving through the pain, the doubt, and the exhaustion. One more step forward is you telling the world you're not done yet. It's you refusing to let the weight of your struggles bury you. It's you saying, I will not stop here. Every great success was built on moments when quitting would have been easier. But instead of stopping, someone decided to push just a little further. That extra step might be the one that breaks the barrier. It might be the one that opens the door you've been pounding on for years. When you quit, you guarantee the outcome. When you take one more step, you give yourself a chance to win. It doesn't matter how small the progress looks. It matters that you keep moving toward the goal. Pain fades, exhaustion passes, but the regret of stopping too soon can last a lifetime. You will never know how close you were if you give up. That's why you must always take the step you don't want to take, the one that scares you, the one that feels too heavy, because often that's the one that takes you from almost winning to victory. In those moments when your mind screams enough, silence it with action. Push once more, step once more, and keep going until you stand on the other side. Taking one more step forward is not just movement, it's a statement. It's proof that you would rather fight until the end than live wondering what could have been. Stopping means trapping yourself in defeat. It doesn't matter how many times you've fallen. It doesn't matter how heavy the burden feels. The moment you stop moving, the moment you give up, is the moment defeat takes root. Life does not wait for hesitation. It does not pause for doubt. Every second you remain stagnant, the world moves forward without you. Stopping is not rest. It is surrender. It is letting fear dictate your future. You may think a pause will help, a break will heal you, but the truth is, stopping too long allows your challenges to grow bigger than your courage. Every time you hesitate, every time you step back instead of forward, you give your problems power over you. You trap yourself in a cage built from what-ifs and regrets. You tell yourself, I'll try again later. And later never comes. Victory is not found in waiting. It is claimed in persistence. It is forged by those who refuse to let temporary pain become permanent defeat. Stopping guarantees failure. It guarantees that your dreams remain just that, dreams. It guarantees that the story you want to tell will never be written, but moving, even when it hurts, even when it's hard, even when it seems pointless. Moving keeps hope alive. Moving creates opportunities. Moving opens doors that seemed closed forever. You may stumble, you may fall again, but falling is not defeat. It's refusing to rise that is defeat. Every champion, every survivor, every person you admire has faced moments that begged them to stop, but they didn't. They pushed forward despite the fear, despite the pain, despite the exhaustion, and that's what made them unstoppable. Defeat only exists where motion ends, where action ceases, where the mind convinces the body to quit. So no matter how heavy the weight, no matter how far the road, no matter how impossible it feels. Keep moving, keep fighting, keep stepping forward, because stopping means trapping yourself in defeat, but moving, even slowly, keeps freedom, victory, and possibility alive. Victory must be fought for, not given. It is not handed to you on a silver platter. It does not come to those who wait patiently while life passes by. Victory belongs to the relentless, to those who refuse to back down, to those who push forward even when the odds are stacked against them. Every triumph begins with struggle. Every success is born from sweat, pain, and determination. If it were easy, everyone would have it, but the truth is, the things worth having are never easy. They are earned through effort, through persistence, through sheer refusal to quit. You will face obstacles. You will face setbacks. You will face moments when giving up seems like the only option, but giving up is the enemy of victory. Every fight you endure, every challenge you overcome, adds to your strength. Every failure teaches a lesson. Every tear, every sleepless night, every sacrifice brings you closer to your goal. You cannot demand victory. You cannot expect it to fall into your lap. You must chase it. You must claw for it. You must stand firm even when everything inside you wants to crumble. The road to victory is never straight or smooth. It is full of twists, turns, and barriers designed to test your resolve. But those who fight through the storm, who keep moving forward despite the pain, are the ones who taste triumph. No one will fight your battles for you. No one will endure your hardships for you. Victory is personal. It is claimed in the heart of struggle, not in the comfort of ease. Every champion, every hero, every person who has achieved greatness has faced moments when surrender seemed tempting, but they fought anyway. They pushed past the doubt, past the fear, past the exhaustion. They understood that only through the fight could they reach the prize. So embrace the struggle, welcome the challenge, step into the battle knowing that every ounce of effort counts. Because the moment you decide to fight with everything you have, to refuse to quit no matter the cost, that is the moment victory starts to belong to you. Victory must be fought for, not given, and the fight itself is what shapes you into someone worthy of it. Push beyond your limits when you think you have nothing left. It is in those moments of exhaustion, when your body is screaming and your mind is begging you to stop, that true strength is born. You have more inside you than you realize. More courage, more power, more endurance than you have ever tapped into. When you feel empty, when it seems like the last drop of energy has been drained from your soul, that is the exact moment you must push harder. The edge you fear is not the end. It is the doorway to your next level. Every time you refuse to quit, every time you go past the point where you think you cannot go further, you redefine what is possible. Pain is temporary, but growth is permanent. Fear is loud, but courage is louder when you choose to act anyway. Your limits are often illusions. They are the boundaries your mind places on what it believes you can achieve. But your body, your heart, your spirit, they are capable of so much more. Push when it hurts. Push when your legs shake. Push when your vision blurs. Push when every voice inside you says, "Stop, you've done enough." Because the truth is, most people stop just short of greatness. Most people give up when the breakthrough is just around the corner. Not you. You will go further. You will reach higher. You will fight harder. The moment you think you have nothing left is the moment you discover who you really are. It is when your inner fire ignites, when your determination becomes unstoppable, when your resilience proves unbreakable. Every step beyond what you think is possible strengthens you. Every action against the odds shapes your character. Every victory achieved from exhaustion becomes unforgettable. Do not fear the limits. Do not be afraid of running dry. It is precisely in these moments that champions are made. Push past the pain. Push past the doubt. Push past the fear. Push beyond your limits when you think you have nothing left. Because on the other side of that struggle is power, is freedom, is the greatness you were always meant to achieve. And when you finally rise, you will know that nothing can stop you again. Every dark time will pass, storms always end. No matter how heavy the clouds, no matter how loud the thunder, no matter how fierce the winds, it will not last forever. Life has a way of testing us, of pushing us into the depths to see what we are made of. The nights can feel endless, the pain unbearable, and the uncertainty crushing. But even the darkest nights eventually give way to dawn. Storms may rage, but they do not have the power to stay forever. Every tear you shed, every struggle you endure, is temporary. It may feel like the world has turned against you, like there is no way out, but the sun is always waiting to rise again. Every moment of hardship carries with it the promise of change. Every challenge holds the seed of a new beginning. The rain may fall, the wind may howl, but the storm will pass, and you will stand stronger on the other side. Dark times test your patience. They test your faith in yourself and in the future. But these trials are not permanent. They are a season, not a lifetime. Even when hope seems lost, even when despair seems overwhelming, remember this: the storm is not your end. It is a passage. It is a teacher. It is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you were before. No storm lasts forever. Even the fiercest hurricanes eventually calm. Even the heaviest rains eventually stop. And when they do, the air feels cleaner, the light feels brighter, and the world feels renewed. Your strength is revealed not when life is easy, but when life challenges you. So hold on. Hold on through the pain, through the fear, through the uncertainty. Because the end of the storm is coming, even if you cannot see it yet. Every struggle will fade, every wound will heal, and every dark moment will give way to light. Trust that the universe has a rhythm. Trust that storms always end, and that beyond the rain there is calm. Beyond the darkness there is light, and when it comes, you will emerge stronger, braver, and ready for everything life has yet to offer. Every dark time will pass, storms always end, and you will stand tall, unshaken, and unstoppable. You've survived every challenge in your life so far. Every obstacle, every heartbreak, every moment that felt impossible to endure. You made it through. You may not have realized it at the time, but each struggle has shaped you into the person you are today. The late nights filled with worry, the mornings that came too early, the moments when you wanted to give up. You survived them all. You faced fear and uncertainty, disappointment and loss, yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still moving forward. Every scar you carry, every tear you've shed, every failure you've faced is proof of your resilience. They are reminders that you are stronger than you think. You have conquered battles that once seemed insurmountable. You have endured storms that threatened to break you, and yet you are here, stronger, wiser, and more capable than before. It's easy to forget how far you've come when you're focused on what's ahead, but pause for a moment and reflect. Think about the challenges you've already overcome. Remember the times you doubted yourself, the times you wanted to quit, the times you felt completely lost. And remember that you didn't. You pushed through. You found the strength to keep going. You've faced the unknown and survived. You've stumbled, fallen, and risen again. You've been tested in ways that seemed impossible. And yet, here you are, still breathing, still fighting, still growing. Each victory, no matter how small, is proof that you are unstoppable. Each moment of endurance builds your courage. Each challenge survived is a reminder that you can handle whatever comes next. You are not defined by your struggles. You are defined by your perseverance. You've survived every challenge in your life so far, and that means you have everything you need to survive what lies ahead. You are capable of more than you realize. You are resilient, unbreakable, and unstoppable. Every hardship you've faced has prepared you for the next step. Every battle has made you stronger. Every challenge has shown you that no matter what life throws at you, you can rise above it. You've survived, and you will continue to survive, because strength runs through your veins, because courage fills your heart, because you are built to endure, to overcome, and to thrive. Stand back up stronger than before. No matter how hard life has pushed you down, no matter how heavy the weight on your shoulders, you have the power to rise. Falling is not failure. It is a test, a moment that shows you what you are made of. It is an opportunity to rebuild, to refocus, to grow. Every time you hit the ground, you are given a choice. You can stay there, letting defeat claim you, or you can stand, shaking, hurting, but determined, and rise once again. Strength is not measured by how softly you land. It is measured by how quickly and fiercely you rise after the fall. Each setback, each disappointment, each challenge is not the end of your story. It is a chapter, a lesson, a stepping stone. When you stand back up, you bring with you the wisdom gained from the struggle. You bring resilience forged in fire. You bring courage that has been tested and proven. You are not the same person who fell. You are stronger, wiser, and more capable. Every scar you carry is a badge of survival, a symbol of your strength. Every tear you've shed waters the ground where your courage grows. The pain you feel is temporary. The strength you gain is permanent. Standing back up is not just an act of defiance. It is an act of creation. It is building the new you, the unbreakable version of yourself that refuses to be defeated. Even when your body trembles, even when your mind doubts, even when the world seems against you, rise anyway. Rise because giving up is not an option. Rise because your dreams, your purpose, your destiny demand it. Rise because every step forward, no matter how small, moves you closer to victory. You have fallen before and you have survived. You will rise again, and each time you will rise stronger than before. The fall is temporary, the comeback is eternal. So take a deep breath, gather your strength, and stand tall. Stand back up stronger than before. Rise with fire in your heart, determination in your soul, and unshakable belief in yourself. Because the world will test you, life will try to break you, but every time it does, you will rise higher, stronger, and unstoppable. Stand back up and show the world the power of a heart that refuses to quit. The moment you keep going despite the pain is the moment you truly win. It doesn't matter how heavy the weight feels on your shoulders. It doesn't matter how exhausted your body or mind becomes. What matters is that you refuse to stop. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is a signal that you are pushing beyond what you thought was possible. Every step forward in the face of struggle is a victory in itself. Every moment you choose action over surrender is proof of your strength. The world may not see your fight. It may not acknowledge your struggle, but that doesn't diminish the power of your perseverance. True victory is not handed to those who quit when life gets hard. It belongs to those who rise again and again, even when the odds are stacked against them. When your muscles ache, when your spirit falters, when your heart whispers, "I can't," that is exactly the moment to push harder. That is exactly the moment to prove to yourself that you are unstoppable. The pain you feel now is temporary. The strength you gain from moving through it is eternal. Every challenge you overcome while struggling against adversity shapes you into a stronger, wiser, more resilient person. You will stumble. You will face moments of doubt. You will feel moments of defeat. But the true winners are not those who never fall. They are those who rise while the world thinks they are broken. They are those who choose action when surrender seems easier. They are those who refuse to give up, no matter how fierce the storm. Victory is not about avoiding pain, it is about embracing it, enduring it, and continuing forward anyway. Every step through hardship is a step closer to triumph. Every choice to persist, to endure, to fight, is a choice to win. When you keep going despite exhaustion, despite fear, despite doubt, that is when your courage becomes unshakable. That is when your spirit becomes unstoppable. That is when you rise above the ordinary and claim what is yours. So when life hurts, when it pushes, when it tries to break you, keep moving, keep fighting, keep going, because the moment you keep going despite the pain is the moment you truly win. And in that moment, you realize that nothing, no challenge, no fear, no obstacle can ever hold you back again.